Hey everybody, it's Justin, your guide into the other side. I kind of want to talk about Apecoin today, right? Because we're kind of gearing up for Legends of Tomorrow. We're gearing up for building, farming, all that fun stuff. And a critical portion of that is actually the economy, right? So if you're a farmer, if you're a hunter, if you're doing anything in the other side, you're going to be exposed to the economy. So you're definitely going to want to know about Apecoin because it's going to form the basis. So again, this is not a financial advice video. I'm going to keep that pretty clear. This is just kind of that use case gameplay analysis. Just kind of how everything's going to go when we're going into season one. So with that out of the way, let's just kind of jump right in. So I want to direct you to the Otherside official website, and I want to scroll down to the portion where it actually talks about creators, right? So again, I know in my previous videos I kind of covered, hey, Otherside is going to be really creator focused. After like the Voyager's journey, I really think the development of Otherside is going to be handed off to the players, the community, and it's a lot of it's going to be user generated content. How Roblox is, how maybe Fortnite is now, and that's going to allow us to do a lot of things. But creators are going to have a means to make money, right? So I personally think, it makes sense that, hey, if you like building your own stuff, you can do that too. The Otherside development kit will allow creators to make things for the other side as well as sell them in the game's marketplace, right? So what that kind of means, you kind of have to have a setup economy, which is what's happening right now. Season 1 of Legends of Lamara, it's really activating the resources. We saw it in the obelisk, and the next obelisk piece I really think is that Agora piece, because once we have a setup economy, once we have people farming and getting shadow rewards, it just makes sense that the marketplace will open, so then people can buy, sell, trade, and craft items in order to gear up for better rewards, better gameplay. We're gonna change. The meta is gonna change overall. So keeping an eye on all these things are gonna be super important to playing at at the highest level possible. So obviously all creators can sign up here, get first dibs on the Otherside development kit. But what's really important is coin for your voyage, right? It just makes sense that the economy runs on Apecoin. So, right here we can see, hey, Otherside doesn't take cash, credit, or checks. The economy here runs on Apecoin. Should you aim to purchase any item in Otherside, it's Apecoin that you're going to need, right? So, I know a lot of people are looking for a soft currency. I personally don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you view things. But it just makes sense that all the resources, all the items, all the in-game activities that have any sort of value, because people are buying these NFTs to create things and have in-game ownership of their games, their communities, their gameplay, everything about the game. Just kind of makes sense that it'll all be denoted in something that has, I guess, value right now. There's not necessarily too much value with Apecoin because we've only seen it in the context of heavy metal, and maybe one or two that I don't really remember right now. But we've kind of seen that over the price, and we kind of saw the dumping schedule with the vesting schedule and the distribution of all the Apecoin, and that's kind of what I want to go over next. So if you're looking to get into Apecoin, do keep in mind there are some specific sell pressure sources that you will want to keep an eye out for. So, I would just go straight to apecoin.com as the official one. Obviously, go through their Twitter to find the official links. But, if we actually go to the About page, we can kind of see what Apecoin is for, right? And it honestly makes sense overall. The Yugaverse is really all about, Bored Ape Yacht Club. Apecoin, it seems like Apecoin is going to be that currency that's going to be used inside of the Yugaverse, right? I think we saw Apecoin in Rec League, but I'm not sure. Someone will have to correct me in the comments. But again, it's just kind of, it just makes sense. Apecoin is for the Web3 economy, right? It seems like Apecoin is going to be used in most Yugaverse canon metaverses that come into the other side, right? But other side is obviously the one that we want to take a look at, right? So if we scroll down, it kind of goes over the details of everything related to Apecoin, the governance, blah blah blah. And I'm not necessarily going to go over everything because maybe it's a little bit technical here. But what was really important was this distribution, right? So the 62% of it is actually allocated for the ecosystem as a whole. So 150 million goes to Basie, Macy's, all unlocked for claim at launch. Another 470 million goes to the DAO Treasury and resources, so that's a pretty big portion as well. So keep an eye out. 117 million were unlocked at launch, and then there's a vesting schedule of liquidity that gets put in that dilutes the supply of Apecoin as a whole. So that will bring down the price speculatively. So that's not financial advice. Also, Yuga Labs has about 16%. Obviously, that includes charity. 14% goes to launch contributors. I don't necessarily know what that means. More details here, of course. And then 8% goes to the Base C founders. So, they also have a vesting schedule that can, be, closely looked at. I'll actually cover that later. But I actually kind of want to go look at the price. This is not a financial video, but the price is pretty destroyed. It's down like 89%. So, I mean, that's just a result of the bear market, just being, a bear market. If you're actually to, track it down from the very top, I mean, $28 to about $1.80. I mean, it's down 93%, right? Statistically, we've seen in bear markets, most, altcoins kind of retrace down about that much, about 90-95% in bear markets. And there's a specific amount of consolidation that has to happen before we kind of return to a bull market. I can't say when or when we'll see that, but if you're looking to get Apecoin, I mean, just keep in mind it is down 90%. What's a couple percent more. So I'm not going to necessarily go over financial analysis here, but what I do want to cover is the Apecoin distribution and vesting schedules. So if you're looking to pick up Apecoin, in preparation for Otherside or any of the Yugaverses, then do keep in mind there is sell pressure with regards to the the events. And I'm looking at token unlocks right now, so you can kind of see what distribution is currently unlocked here. So we can see there's about 51% locked. It's about 50-50. You can see the market cap, the price, obviously the emissions that happen every over a certain period of time, and you can see the allocation in a much better way, right? So I know that the other one was on the Apecoin website wasn't necessarily the easiest to understand, but it kind of makes sense when you're actually looking at the vesting schedule over the entire period that was defined, right? So we can kind of see, hey, this is kind of when it started, this is kind of where it is now. So we've kind of seen a pretty large increase in the amount of Apecoin that's been dumped onto the market, right? So that's going to provide a lot of sell pressure. And then on the buy pressure side, that's specifically people coming into these metaverses looking to engage inside of their economies like Rec League or, Otherside Meta and all these other games. And they're looking to do things, right? They're looking to do things with them. So a lot of the Ape coins being transferred from, the initial distribution holders, the treasury, the airdrop, the Yuga Labs, all people who are selling on market. It's being sold to people who are looking to play the economy as a whole, right? To buy, sell, do all that fun stuff. So if we actually take a look, we can kind of see we're coming on to two pretty this big step here. Right mid September, right? And we kind of got that time frame. Hey, Otherside's going to drop at the end of summer, right? So it kind of makes sense in terms of timing that there's this big drop in order to, I guess. I can't say anything for sure, but with regards to, I mean, obviously drop more ape on the onto the market when the demand comes up. So as regard for price, I can't necessarily say, but I can say for sure there's going to be with 100% mathematical accuracy, this will get dumped onto the into the supply. So the supply is going to be increasing gradually over time. There's this big thing right here. I kind of think, I mean, we're probably going to see. We already know it's at the end of the summer. Legends of the Mara is probably going to come out before this ginormous dump of supply into the total supply, right? So tentative dates, mid-August through mid-September. So, either it's definitely going to be before September, mid-September, speculatively. But I mean, it just makes sense. So I would be looking out, towards the very end of summer. I'd say late August for a drop of Legends of the Mara news and big stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, if you're gearing up for Apecoin, definitely keep this in mind. Maybe hold off a little bit. But that's just kind of what I have for today. I just kind of wanted to go over Apecoin, what's coming into the market, especially with people looking to, gear up for the economy to get started, resources and farming and all that fun stuff. But just keep in mind, there's a lot of supply that's coming onto the market as well. So yeah, that's all I got for you today. Hey, definitely like and subscribe if you found anything interesting or important in this video. But otherwise, you can find me in the Otherside Discord. I'm also in the Otherside Wiki Discord as well. But hey, this is Justin. I'm signing off for tonight, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.